Top of the 13th. Rob Zastryzny, the left-hander who has made his mark early on, pitching in the home pinstripes for the first time.
Yeah, so far so good for Rob Z. 7 1/3, 5 hits, a couple of walks, 9 strikeouts. He had allowed a run at the big league level. 7-3 with a .433 at AAA. 14 starts and 1 relief appearance there.
A couple of years ago, Cubs may have had a chance to get that play overturned at the plate, but they've really clamped up on that rule, and I think rightly so. And most of the time the call ends up being the throw takes the catcher into that lane, and there was nothing we saw that would have indicated a reversal, and they got it right. That's just a good baseball play.
Yeah, well, the rule has been effective in that guys don't hit catchers anymore.
Yep.
You rarely see a guy bowl over a catcher anymore. So if the intent was to protect catchers, it's been successful.
Deflects off the glove of Zastryzny, and that'll be an infield hit for Freese. Leadoff man is on.
A lot of times a ball hit like that will have a lot of top spin on it, so even if you get leather on it, it'll just jump out of your glove.
Cervelli has maybe been their co-MVP tonight, with Marte making that throw, but the 2 tag plays at the plate keeping the Pirates alive.
Yeah, you take his 2 plays, the throw by Marte, the catch by Harrison out in shallow center. And some tremendous defensive plays here tonight.
Base hit left field. Freese will stop at second. Pirates now threatening 2 on, nobody out.
Well, I'm sure Joe wanted to stay away from Rob today. 3 2/3 on Saturday in LA in relief of Jason Hamill. Really threw the ball beautifully, allowed just 1 hit, struck out 3, didn't walk anybody.
Mercer. And the other thing about that play at the plate, you can, as a catcher, block the plate once you have the ball. The
Yes.
whole thing with the collision play. And here's how the 10th inning ended. The whole thing about the collision play is you can't block the plate while you don't have the ball.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. If the runner's not going to go out of his way to hit you, you're supposed to give the runner a lane.
So
home plate.
The fact that it looked like Cervelli essentially tackled Baez, he's allowed to do that. Go right after him once you have the ball. Mercer not showing bunt. Two and 0. Three balls, no strikes.
Rob threw 45 pitches in his outing the other day in LA. Normally that would mean at least a couple of days off for a bullpen guy. Now he's stretched out because he had been starting down in the minor leagues.
Three and one. 2. He's back in it. Big pitch here. 2 on, nobody out. 3-2. He walked it. And the bases are full of Pirates. One thing we can say about this game, the likely scenario has not often occurred. Both teams have had 3-run leads. Neither team able to hold those leads. Well, it looked like the Cubs had a little tap in to win it. Pirates found a way to escape.
And now it's the Cubs' chance to pull off some defensive heroics.
Everybody in on the infield. Rodriguez takes low. Chris Bosio now will head out to the mound.
Tough situation for the young left-hander. Boz, he's going to do his best Uncle Boz routine here. Try to slow him down, calm him down. Hey, man, hey, you're in a bit of a bind here. Give him your best stuff and see what happens.
The 1-0 to Rodriguez. Inside, almost hit him. 2-0. Single walk. Freeze. Cervelli, Mercer to start this inning. And the pitch. 3-0. I think I mentioned last inning that Travis Wood might end up in left field, forgetting that he came in behind Arrieta. It's been so long. Guess if we can make 3 trips to the mound, we could sneak Woody back into the ball game. Bases loaded, no outs, a 3-2 count to Rodriguez as Strisny's pitch. Swing and a miss. So you start to see a little light at the end of the tunnel, and you get that first out. Now he's a ground ball away from escaping potentially. And it sure would fit the night if he can get out of it.
Field backs up a little bit.
On the note to Harrison.
Sharply hit ball in the infield. They can turn to the conventional way. Slowly hit ball, come and get it, and fire home.
Will give the Pirates a lead as Zobrist makes the catch. Here comes Freeze. And it's 7-6. Sacrifice fly for Harrison. He's knocked in 3 tonight. Tell you, considering how this inning started, if Zastryzny gets out of it with only 1 run allowed, it's not the worst thing in the world. Cubs will have the top of their order against Locke, who will be in his 4th inning of work in the bottom of this 13th. The 0-1 to Locke is a strike.
He singled off Harrison's foot last time up.
All strike 3, so we will go to the bottom of the 13th with the Pirates now leading 7-6.
The Kia Top Quality Sales Event ends September 6th. But you can still get great deals on the sleek Optima and Optima Hybrid, as well as the Forte Sedan and Hatchback. Right now, get 0% APR for up to 66 months plus $1,000 bonus cash. Or 0 down, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment on select models. Visit Kia.com to see how Kia Quality performed against the competition. The Kia Top Quality Sales Event ends soon.
Welcome to Honda.
Thank you.
Head over heels, where should I go? Can't stop myself, out of control. Head over heels, no time to think. Looks like the whole world's out of sync.
So you like it?
I do.
Now is the moment to get the Honda CR-V you love, the best-selling SUV in America, at the Honda Summer Clearance Event, going on now.
Last of the 13th. If Jeff Locke finishes this game, you'll have a really strange box when you look at the Pirates pitchers. I don't know if I've ever seen it quite like this, JD. So we go starter to the relievers to potentially the last guy. Innings pitched 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4.
Normally you see somebody with a third of an inning or an inning and a third or something like that.
The only guy they've used in extras has been Locke. So it would tell you that Bastardo and Nicasio are unavailable. See Nicasio down in their bullpen, but thinking only in an emergency would he be summoned. Here's Dexter Fowler to lead it off. Top of the order. And the first pitch strike.
That was the 440th pitch of this ball game.
Not that you're counting.
Got a little Rain Man thing going on, huh?
2-1. Well, Locke hasn't necessarily made it easy on himself. 2 huge double plays to get out of the 10th and the 12th. Way high. base hit. Chris Bryant, game-winning homer in extras in Los Angeles on Friday. Part of a 2-homer performance.
Very cautious with him all night long. Just 2 official at-bats tonight. Walked 3 times, once intentionally, hit by pitch.
Pulled deep to left and foul. Just didn't feel like it was going to be a quick 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the 13th. Not the way this night has gone. One strike pitch. It's 0-2.
Anthony Rizzo on deck. He's dying for another opportunity. A base hit for Fowler, his 3rd tonight. He's 3 out of 7.
One and 2. Just about to Tuesday. The 1-2 to Bryant. Now even.
You know what Tuesday means?
Free tacos.
Tacos. Oppo taco.
Don't get me started.
Yee.
Left field foul.
All over that pitch.
Well, you're making me hungry for a late night snack.
Have some of my Cracker Jacks.
I may do that. I'll wait till after the inning.
They're not wait too long. They're getting pretty low. Now you see Chris time and time again fall behind in counts and work his way back in.
Fowler at first, nobody out. 2-2 to Bryant.
Good swing.
To 3-2.
Okay, Francisco, what are you going to do here? You know, in your heart of hearts, it's not likely to chase that changeup. Maybe.
Hit. Fowler on his way to third. Cubs have him at the corners with nobody out.
What an AB. Yeah, not the game winner we saw in LA the other night, not the dramatic home run, but down 2 strikes. Just continues to work and fight and battle and pulls the hands in and shoots that ball the other way.
5 times he's been on. 3 walks, hit by pitch and a single. And Clint Hurdle's going to head out because they got a decision to make. I would imagine they will let the tying run score for a shot at a double play.
Yeah, I don't know. It just depends on, you know, the state of his pitching. Normally in a situation like this, you just sell out, do everything you can to prevent that tying run from coming home.
And they will bring the infield in. If the game were tied, you might walk Rizzo to load the bases, but you don't want to walk the winning run to second. Bounced foul. Good speed at third and Fowler. But he and Gary Jones have a choice here. If there's a fly ball that's not too deep, especially hit Marte's direction. Base hit, tie ball game. Fowler scores. Bryant to third. 7-7.
Redemption.
What a ball game. And now Zobrist with a chance to win it.
And he's had a rough go at the plate tonight, so another chance for redemption.
They're going to walk him with Montero on deck. So the Cubs will have the bases loaded with nobody out in a 7-7 tie. Chance to win it for the Z-Man.
Well, you said it. His ability to get out of that inning, allowing just the one run, was huge.
It just kind of felt like at the top of the order coming up, Locke in his fourth inning of work, the Cubs were going to have a chance. He just didn't want to be down 3 or 4. Now it's like the field goal kicker, right? Sitting around for 5 hours, go up and win the game.
Yeah. Whatever it takes. Crowd the plate, get hit by a pitch, game over. Infield in, outfield in.
Bryant the winning run at third. Infield in, outfield in. Pitch, swing and a miss.
Just don't hit a fly ball to Marte. Look on somebody else.
Now Locke facing a lefty Montero. Another lefty on deck, Hayward. The 0-1. Now it's 0-2. Two strikes on Montero. The pitch. He fouled it off his foot. Another 0-2. Popped up, foul ground, and it gets out of play. So if
I know where you're going.
If Freese had decided to go after that ball and had caught it and fallen into the stands, the Cubs would have won. Bryant would have been given home plate. I'm not sure every major league player knows that rule. Oh, that would have been a great ending. 1-2. A 7-7 tie, each team with a 13th inning run. Cubs have the bases loaded with nobody out. Here's the pitch. Cubs win! Cubs win! Miguel Montero will be mobbed.
Here they go.
What a wild night. The W stands for wild, wacky, and win.
And the last man standing, Miguel Montero, the only option on the bench, delivers the game-winning hit. Started by Fowler. And there's a traumatized visiting dugout. Boy, if the Pirates come up a game short for a wild card spot, this one's really going to hurt.
Well, the toast of the game presented by Binny's Beverage Depot goes to Miguel Montero. He played the least, and the hit mattered the most. Binny's Beverage Depot is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs.
That's not quantity, it's quality.
That's right. Rob Zastryzny gets his first major league win, and Anthony Rizzo is with Kelly.
Well, Anthony, did you feel like you guys had this one about 3-4 different times tonight?
Yeah, but baseball's the way it works. We get in late last night. Why wouldn't we play extras today? That's just the way this game works, and we came out on top, and this will be a nice boost for us.
Miguel Montero, he was the only option left, but he made it count.
Yeah, it was amazing. Great at bat. The pitch before that, he laid off that slider, which was a good pitch, and he put the ball in play.
And it was pretty important for Rob there the inning before to hold that to only one run, and I mean, that was a tough position for him to be in.
Yeah, it was really big, especially he's making his Wrigley debut today. I'm sure he had his nerves going, but that's what our team does, and started with Dexter, KB, and we got it done.
I saw John Lester come up, throw his arm around you walking off the field. What was he saying to you there as you guys picked this one up, first one against the Pirates tonight?
Just keep going. That's the way this game is. Yesterday wasn't my day. I looked at the clock. It was 12, so I was like, oh, it's a new day. Get a knock there, so it's funny how this game works.
All right, go get some rest, Anthony. Thank you. Guys, these Cubs are tired. How about that? But they get the W tonight.
All right, Kelly, next time I'm going to make you say Zastryzny. You can't drop a Rob on us. That's not even trying.
Oh, Rob.
Oh, Rob. Oh, Rob is right. And we'll have Cubs baseball on CSN for the series finale, 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening. What a night. Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs post-game live is coming up. Final score 13, Cubs 8, Pirates 7. So long. Good morning, everybody.
We're all here for you. We're not going anywhere.
Happy Tuesday.
Cubs, get it done. Happy Tuesday. Captain Holly with you, brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. That was a ball game. Cubs never quit. Pirates kept battling. Give Cervelli a lot of credit. 2 great plays at the plate. What a throw by Marte. But in the end, the Cubs get it done.
Well, and I really do think this is the Cubs story, has been, going all the way back to last year. Think how well they played in August and all the comeback wins and the different things. I even said to Jeff Nelson, one of our executive producers, I said, even if the Pirates score a run right here, don't put it past the Cubs to score 2 in the bottom of this inning. That's the kind of team they are. Continue to give themselves opportunities, or chances to score some runs. Obviously, they missed on a few opportunities in this ball game, but they battle. They don't give up at bats. You didn't feel like they lost momentum there in the last inning. You felt like, you know what, if Dexter gets on base, we can do something here. And what a heck of an at-bat by Chris Bryant. So great to see him continue to battle, find a way to win, snap that little losing streak, and get back on track.
All right.
Let's do this.
We'll have all the highlights. Absolutely. Let's do this. Yeah, Cubs get it done. Cubs win. We'll hear from Joe. We'll have highlights. It's a whole lot of fun. It's a late night. We're here for you. Be right back.
DirecTV is at it again with another so-called deal. With a $60 intro rate that jumps to over $100 after just 3 months, then shoots up to over $150 after a year. The hits just keep on coming because you're locked into a 2-year contract that can cost over $3,300. Don't get blindsided by DirecTV. Switch to an X1 Double Play from Comcast and lock in your rate for 2 full years. Call or go online today.
It's all imported cheeses. This is a fondue party, Mike.
I realize that, Alan. Taco Bell has these new burritos with warm melted cheese in the center.
This is a Gorgonzola Gruyere medley.
This is a 3-cheese blend plus nacho cheese sauce medley.
The best way to serve warm melted cheese is in the center of a beefy burrito. New cheesy core burritos only at Taco Bell.
It's a golden opportunity to discover what we learn on the track doesn't stay on the track. It just finds more street legal form. For a limited time, get some of the best offers of the year on our complete line of F-Sport performance vehicles at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2016 IS Turbo with 0 due at signing for $379 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
You ever feel like you're spinning? Like you're stuck in the same place in life? Just going round and round and round? Yeah, man. Been there.
No, actually spinning.
Oh, we can fix that by going to Midas. They have a great selection of tires. Sorry, Doug, I thought you were trying to get deep.
Nah.
Trust the Midas Touch. For tires, brakes, oil, everything.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Audi. Truth in engineering. Menards. Save big money at Menards. And by Toyota. Discover more in a Toyota. Visit buyatoyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Let's go places. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Cubs have the bases loaded with nobody out. Here's the pitch. Cubs win! Cubs win! Miguel Montero will be mobbed.
Here they go.
That's right. Miguel Montero gets the job done. The Cubs celebrate, and they beat the Pirates in extra innings in a dramatic affair. 8-7, your final 8, 17-2. A little bit better than 7, 13-1, and the magic number is now at 19 to clinch the National League Central Division. Hello, welcome in to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Along with Todd Hollandsworth, I'm David Kaplan. That was a whole lot of fun. Jake Arrieta was good early, not so good late in his start tonight. Right. Pitched, I think, 1 out into the 7th, But the bullpen, 5 2/3 of shutout baseball.
Well, and even again, holding the deficit right there, certainly important
by Zastryzny
at the end of the ball game. Right, you give your team an opportunity to win. That's really what it becomes. You watch momentum go back and forth in this ball game. Sure, there were some miscues, some things that happened along the way, even some missed opportunities. But it's always about giving your team an opportunity to win. The bullpen did a fantastic job. I mean, credit the Pittsburgh Pirates. They battled. They went into this one heavy underdogs. You had Jake Arrieta on the mound. They fought. They made some plays. Starling Marte, heck of a throw. Home to double up there in the late innings and the extra innings right there. I mean, they put themselves in a position to try to win a baseball game. But the Cubs, man, they are as a resilient a team as there is in Major League Baseball right now. And again, you do not sleep on them. If they continue to put guys out there, they do not give away at bats. That's the one thing that I always stick to. Great performance there late and finding a way to win a baseball game.
All right, let's go through some of the highlights from tonight's game. Top of the 6th, Cubs up 3-1, 2 on, 2 outs for Gregory Polanco, and he takes Jake Arrieta the other way. That ball's out. Line shot, 3-run jack. Pirates suddenly a 4-3 lead, and Wrigley a bit shocked.
Well, certainly. A couple of elevated fastballs. You see the tailing action on him. He and Bell both were able to get behind and on top of those elevated fastballs and drive them out into the basket. Good stuff. Good swings right there. Jake's got to get that ball down in that spot. He knows that. Don't want to miss the top of the zone.
All right, top of the 7th. Man on first, 3-2 count to Francisco Cervelli. Jake's pitch looks really good. David Freese takes off for second. Throw nails him, but that is called ball 4. No one out. Jake is angry. He is really hot. So you look at that pitch. You can't let it knock you off your game, but boy, oh boy, he got a bad break.
He did. He caught a bad break right there. The inconsistency at home plate behind the home plate umpire tonight, a lot of guys. How many times we see Cervelli turn around questioning the strike zone? Obviously, our side questioning the strike zone. You saw an awful lot of it going on tonight, and that was part of the frustration. Ben Zobrist completely frustrated as well.
All right, later in the inning, Travis Wood on a relief, and with 2 outs in an 0-2 pitch, Josh Harrison, who played a really good ball game tonight, doubles to left. 2 runs are going to score, and all of a sudden it's a 6-3 game, and you're thinking, boy, it's a tired group of Cubs, and perhaps tonight is not their night. However, bottom 8, Jason Hayward double, Wilson Contreras with a deep fly to center field, and guess what? That one has the distance. It's gone. 2-run shot is 9th of the season, and all of a sudden, Wrigley's alive again. We've got a 6-5 ball game. Bottom of the 9th inning, Jorge Soler is up. Cubs down 1. With 1 out, ball game tied. That one has a liftoff. His 3rd hit of the night. Soler takes it out, and we are locked up at 6.
Yeah, great approach right there. 2 strikes down in the count, 94-mile-an-hour fastball away. Did not try to pull. I think earlier in the ballgame we saw Soler go long to left for a double, was pulling, and stays through the baseball right there, uses the right center field alleyway, obviously gets it out over the ballpark, but a great approach there with 2 strikes.
All right, bottom of the 10th, bases loaded, 1 out, Anthony Rizzo up, chance to end it. It's a hard ground ball to first, 1 hop. Rodriguez makes the play, steps on first. The throw to the plate is not great, but it nails Javi Baez. Joe Madden challenges the play. A lot of us thought that Baez might have got his hand in there. The umpires rule no.
I just don't think you came up with the right camera angle. The one that we needed was from center field back in with a tight shot. Maybe we would have had a better look. But every angle that we look at right here, even here, you can't tell where Cervelli actually tags him. Baez is convinced that he is safe. I was convinced that he was safe. They called him out because the video is inconclusive. And this is, I think, some of the frustration that people have with instant replay. Not all the angles. You needed the one from the other side, from where about the pitcher's mound, so you could have a clear look back in at home.
All right, bottom of the 12th, Jeff Locke in for his 3rd inning of work. 1 out, Javi Baez sends one to the gap in right center field. He is running right out of the box. It's his 4th hit of the night. He stretches this one into a triple. That's the first triple of his career. Hard to believe. That will bring up Addison Russell. It's a fly to left field. Starling Marte, who's got a cannon of an arm, is going to catch this one in medium left field. Watch this throw. You talk about a pill. Joe will challenge the call, saying Cervelli was blocking the plate. The call upheld. it's not even close in terms of the play.
It's a great throw. It's certainly on the money. Cervelli does a nice job securing the throw. You don't realize for a catcher how hard that is to do. Baez running hard the whole way. It just really becomes about Marte and the strong arm that he has. Everybody knows it, but you got to take a chance right there to win the ball game.
All right, now we go to the 13th, and Rob Zastryzny is on to pitch the 13th. And after 2 singles and a walk, loaded the bases. Josh Harrison with the 1-out fly to left. David Freese will score easily on the sac fly. Pirates a 7-6 lead. All right, to the bottom of the 13th. Todd Hollandsworth said if they only get one there, Cubs will win the ball game. We'll see if he's a prophet. Dexter Fowler, a leadoff single to left, and the Cubs are in business. Now a really good at-bat by Chris Bryant. And he's going to take Locke the other way on a 3-2 pitch. The Cubs all of a sudden in business with men at the corners and nobody out. That will bring up Anthony Rizzo, and he will single up the middle. Ball game tied. Bryant all the way to third. We are locked at 7. An intentional walk to Ben Zobrist would come next, and that would load the bases. That brings up Miggy Montero, who struggled all year, but he will come through with the game winner. 8-7 Cubs.
Well, nice win. Happy for Miggy Montero right there to come through. Been waiting all night for an opportunity to get into the ball game. Everybody getting a shit crack at it. Gets a lefty, but puts together a good at-bat and stays inside that baseball, drives it the other way. Another interesting thing to pick up on, which I thought was, where this game was with Anthony Rizzo up. If they had played at double play depth and it, was playing for the tie, they probably would have gotten it right there, but they pulled their infield in, and I really thought that was the big play in the extra innings that kind of kept that inning going.
Would you pull the infield in?
Well, you do. I mean, you're trying to cut down. You're playing for the win right there. You certainly understand it. The guys are tired. Everybody's been out there all day long. Boys are kind of, I don't want to say going through the motion. I mean, that's not really what's going on. You just kind of, you're in the game, but you're literally running out of energy. I mean, you've got all the energy drinks in you. You've eaten. You've probably gone back to the clubhouse to get more food, but you start to wear down. It's after midnight. You've played almost 5 hours, over 5 hours of baseball. You're trying to win a ball game. The Pirates tried to win it right there. If they played for the tie, it's just interesting when you look at it. It might have gone a little differently.
All right. There's Joe Madden meeting the media right now, brought to you by Xfinity.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he gave up a couple homers, but the pitch that I went out to the mound with where I should have had to take him out of the game, but I didn't even realize I was so upset. It was my 3rd trip. I didn't even know it. Because Jake's handing me the bomb. So you're still in this game. You're not going anywhere. And I said, just staying right here. I want the umpire to walk out here. And that's what I was telling him. So that's exactly what happened. And I wasn't going to have any of that because that strike him out, throw him out, that's an entirely different baseball game right there that occurred on that particular pitch. Jake stays in the game. Jake has a chance for it. Everything turned on that particular pitch. But I'm not going to denigrate the umpire. We had plenty of opportunities, plenty, to win that game in a normal fashion or earlier. We had so many great at-bats to set it up, and then we just could not seal the deal. Soler obviously gave us every opportunity with the homer. But we got in late last night. We got in. I got back to the room about 3 a.m. So these guys, they're coming off West Coast, East Coast to the Central Time Zone. They're tired. We had to show up today early for a picture, which that happens sometimes. And they came out and played till midnight. So, I mean, of course, you want to win that game. That's a tough game to lose. But understand the effort that you saw tonight based on a lot of fatigue. And that's probably what I'm most proud of.
For Montero, who's had his role kind of, changed by Wilson coming up, for him to come through the way he did at the end, what's to say about him?
It's wonderful. He's been a great mentor to not only Wilson, but a lot of the guys. Well, I see him talking on the bench all the time with somebody. There's always a conversation going on among our younger players. He stayed ready in the moment. Obviously, a very large at-bat to culminate that game because, again, I mean, to not be able to push it across right there, we pitched so many guys tonight. I didn't want to pitch. There was no choice. I did not want to use Travis, did not want to use Grimm, did not want to use Cahill, did not want to use Rob Z. I didn't want to use any of those guys. So that's when you have to do that. If you win, at least you feel like obviously that it was worth it. If you don't, then it's a really difficult evening.
Happy was all over the place tonight.
Poof. Yeah. He had opportunities to score the winning run a couple times. He had some great at-bats. He was all over the place. He plays with a lot of verve. The plays at the plate, I don't even know on the tag at first base and throw to the plate. that play stance. So that's why it's so important that the call on the field matters. Get it? But Javi, again, look at the whole group and how they. That's my point. Look at how they all played tonight. And I promise you, it was. It must have been the onesies. If you're flying on a charter airplane and you have onesies on, you got to feel better the next day, even if you're a little bit late.
What did the umpire say to you guys? It looked like he was almost apologizing to you guys from Milan.
Listen, he's a young umpire. He probably, he'll probably take a good look at the game on video and maybe reassess what had happened. He's a wonderful young man. He's a good guy. I can only take so much. Because I don't want to. He's a guy you could talk to, and that's like one of the first things you want to see in an umpire is an umpire that you could talk to. He's a great guy, but at the end of the day, man, when you're constantly being frustrated like that, you have to make your point, and I did.
All right, time for a break here at Cubs Post Game Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. More to discuss. We'll be right back.
Cubs Post Game Live is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
If you feel like singing a song and you want other people to sing along, just sing what you feel. Don't let anyone say it's wrong. When there's a light, what light? There's a light. What light? There's a light. White light.
Welcome to Honda.
Thank you.
Head over heels, where should I go? Can't stop myself, out of control. Head over heels, no time to think. Looks like the whole world's out of sync.
So you like it?
I do.
Now is the moment to get the Honda CR-V you love, the best-selling SUV in America, at the Honda Summer Clearance Event, going on now.
I've been thinking, this might be the one thing in the world you pull apart to come together.
New Papa John's Cinnamon Pull-Aparts, covered with cinnamon crumble and sweet cream cheese icing. Try our new Cinnamon Pull-Aparts for just $6.
Hey, Papa John's.
Right now, save big on tires and wheels with our Labor Day deals. Use Discount Tire Credit and save up to $320 when you purchase select tire and wheel packages. Discount Tire, where America saves on tires.
If you're battling addiction, it's not easy to ask for help. It's hard to admit you really need it. Call and end addiction. Call and connect with representatives from a treatment center or rehab facility. Some insurance plans help pay for the cost of treatment. Be sure to check your policy or call your agent to see if you're covered. The first step to ending addiction starts with one private and no obligation call. There are things you still need to do. The first thing is to call and end addiction.
1-800-210-7616.
A message from the Sentinel Group. For decades, many Americans working in the trades were exposed to environmental hazards without their knowledge. While the dangers of one such airborne threat, asbestos, have long been known, efforts were made to hide the risks from the public. The result is thousands of cases of asbestos-induced mesothelioma each year. Act now, don't wait. Call right now.
Please call 800-514-0542.
All right, time now for our Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Who's hot and who's not? Who's hot in their career at Wrigley Field? Mr. Cub Ernie Banks with .290 with 290 home runs and 909 RBIs during his Hall of Fame career at the Friendly Confines. Who's not? How about Todd Hundley? He's a good guy. He's hit just .224 with 118 strikeouts. Even he'd tell you, brutal. All right, welcome back to Cubs Post Game Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. UPS Store taking care of business. Player of the game. We're going to go with, how about Georgie? Jorge Soler with a game-tying home run. And this one, he banged off the wall, and he didn't run out of the box. And I'm sure Joe Madden said something to him because he did run out of the box on the game-tying home run.
Well, he got to second base. He had better.
Watch this one.
He had runners in front.
He takes off out of this one a lot better than he did on the other one, and this flew way out.
Well, again, great swing right there, as we talked about. That's a 2-strike pitch right there, away from him, went with the pitch. That's impressive stuff. That's when you know you're starting to really get locked in. He's got that kind of power to the opposite field, and you get to see it on display. Big swing of the bat right there. The only question left for me is if he's eating his Soleros right now.
Soleros are very good breakfast food. I could eat a bowl of Soleros right now. Time for the Honda winning box score, and this one belongs to the Cubs. Marty Brenneman. Winning box score, look at those numbers. Dexter, a 3-hit night, 3 for 7. How about a 4-hit night for Javi Baez, a 3-hit night for Big George Soler, as they call him in the locker room, and a 2-hit night for Jason Hayward, a double, a single. He had a ground-out RBI, scored a run. Good to see him continuing to try and get this thing jump-started.
Well, I'd like to talk about Javi Baez tonight. I thought he did a fantastic job. Despite that one error, didn't come back and burn him, but the approach. Think back to the triple that he hit in the ball game. It's that, I don't want to call it the small ball approach, but you know the difference between Javi Baez and that big swing. Well, we saw that big swing yesterday. It was almost like he kind of made a point of it tonight to get into the game, make sure that he understood what is required of me in this game. And the at-bats, the base hits up the middle, the triple the other way, that's the Javi Baez that is awesome. That's the one that we love to watch and certainly bank on producing every day. The one that got a little bit big in Los Angeles with that swing at times, I kept thinking of Kenley Jansen, that big at-bat where his swing got a little bit bigger. That's not the one that works. The one that works for him is this swing right here, where he stays inside the baseball, uses the entire field, and continues to come up with big hit after big hit.
All right, time for our Elk Grove pitching recap. Let's look at the numbers. Jake Arrieta had really good stuff early.
He started this game?
He did about a day ago. 6 1/3. He only gave up 5 hits, but 6 earned runs, struck out 3, walked 3 through 91 pitches. Steven Brault, he was pretty decent. Steven Brault, 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned, but the pitch count got elevated real quick.
Well, he's probably on a short leash anyway going into this ball game, but really, I think the Cubs just missed on a few opportunities against Brault. As far as Jake is concerned, I thought he had a good stuff going, particularly early in this ball game, but you just think back to a couple of key moments where there were elevated fastballs. I mean, of course, he gets a couple runs cashed in. It changes the whole dynamic. You end up seeing the 6 earned runs that he gets saddled with. But the bottom line is this: Jake Arrieta did look good tonight. Again, just a couple of errant fastballs up at the top of the zone, then a couple lefties got him, Bell and Polanco, and then obviously the wood hanging slider cashed in those additional runs. If he gets that call at second base, that strike him out, throw him out, it's a completely different ball game. Joe is absolutely right about that. It changed the momentum, and things kind of got away from him after that.
His stuff was really good, but he was a little sloppy early, and then he left the ball up to Polanco that ended up getting out. There's one he left up as well, and that was the solo shot that made it a 3-1 ball game.
Well, again, when we end up talking about Jake on just about every given night, it's not that he has given up laser beam after laser beam. It seems like he gets tagged occasionally when there's some elevated pitches, but I thought his stuff played tonight. You look at all the movement, even on these 2 balls that particularly kind of explode out of the zone. There's great movement on it. It's always about harnessing that movement inside the strike zone and getting bad contact. So again, the 2 lefties get him, but other than that, he's only got 3 hits. I didn't think there was a whole lot of damage done to him.
You take a look at his numbers against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Last 2 starts, not great. The rest of them, outstanding.
Well, and I just think tonight was what they did was they eliminated his breaking pitch. They did not attack it. He wasn't particularly strong with it, but his fastball was really good. And you watch their hitters, that's kind of what they were working towards. We're just getting to that fastball and trying to put that in play a little bit more than regular. 55 pitches through 4 innings. I mean, his pitch efficiency was outstanding, other than when he got late, he got going in the 6th and 7th inning, got himself into a little bit of trouble, and that pitch count started to elevate a little bit more. But that's really it. I mean, they looked to be aggressive on his fastball. He attacked him with the fastball and won most of those battles early in the ball game, other than the 2 lefties that he elevated the fastball.
All right, we're right back on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. You get Holly's keys to this game. We'll look ahead to tonight's game. That's right, I said tonight's game, 2 of the series.
Cubs Postgame Live is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit mykiachicago.com to learn more.
The Kia Top Quality Sales Event ends September 6th. But you can still get great deals on the sleek Optima and Optima Hybrid, as well as the Forte sedan and hatchback. Right now, get 0% APR for up to 66 months plus $1,000 bonus cash. Or 0 down, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment on select models. Visit Kia.com to see how Kia quality performed against the competition. The Kia Top Quality Sales Event ends soon.
There are things in life that just go together. It's like they're always side by side. Because when we put them together, they're better. Like home and auto insurance from State Farm. They just go together. And they save you time and money. Just another way we're here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
200 million watching history be made. 2 million making their own. 5 seconds gained. And a nomination won. When it counts, the biggest moments count on Comcast Business. With $5,000 of NBC coverage for the games. Over 900 miles of fiber laid for the Democratic National Convention. 40 pit stalls monitored at once for NASCAR. And 10 terabytes of data transferred for the big game at Levi's Stadium. We know what it takes to connect millions. Imagine what Comcast can do for your business.
The 4,000 ASE certified technicians of Firestone Complete Auto Care prove a tool's only as good as the hands behind it. Get your car ready for Labor Day weekend with an additional 10% off any service at your nearest Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Don't you dare follow your dreams. Think big. Or demand your own space. Don't you dare leave it all behind. Don't you dare ask what's next. Discover the first ever Cadillac XT5. Get this low mileage lease on this Cadillac XT5 from around $429 per month. Visit your Cadillac dealer.
Cubs fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card available only at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC.
Passionate.
Holly loves his ATM card from Wintrust. Time now for our Blue Cross Blue Shield key to the game.
A little offensive output. I mean, goodness gracious, I'm telling you, people, this was early in the ballgame. I wanted to see this offense respond. Now, of course, I wasn't, talking about multiple opportunities to score runs and missed opportunities. Great box score. Lots of guys contributed. Jason Hayward had a nice game. Baez, guys did things. Again, the one thing, as Joe said, I mean, it stands out that, sure, there were some missed opportunities early in this ballgame, but the offense came to life. Really what I was playing off of was what we saw the last couple games in Los Angeles. You get home cooking, you want to play well.
All right, Cubs and Pirates continue their series tomorrow night. Kyle Hendricks gets the ball for the Cubs. He'll be opposed by Chad Kuhl, who is 3-1 with a 3.45 ERA. Hendricks looks to continue his string of outstanding pitching. Last time out, just 2 runs on 4 hits in 6 innings against San Diego. His 17th straight start, allowing 3 runs or fewer. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Sounds good.
All right? Tomorrow. Get some sleep. There you go. Actually, tomorrow. Thanks for watching Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. We will see you for the next CSN broadcast Wednesday. That's tomorrow. Have a great night.
During Nissan's Bottom Line Summer Event, we've been racking up the awards, and now you can rack up the savings with holiday bonus cash on top of existing offers. Hurry, bonus cash ends soon. Get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash.
If you feel like singing a song and you want other people to sing along, just sing what you feel. Don't let anyone say it's wrong. When there's a light, what light? When there's a light, what light? When there's a light, white light.
Everything you're looking for is right here. I'll be here if you need me.
Watching in slow motion as you turn around and say, oh. breath, take my breath away.
Find anything you like?
Yes.
Now is the moment to get the Honda you love. KBB.com's 2016 Best Value Brand. Hurry in. The Honda Summer Clearance Event ends soon.
Cut cooling and heating bills with Honeywell Smart Thermostats from Menards. The Lyric Smart Wi-Fi thermostat knows when you're away and automatically regulates the temperature. It will more than pay for itself in energy savings. $199. Help cut lighting bills with Cooper fluorescent light fixtures. This 48-inch recessed troffer is ideal for rooms with suspended ceilings. On sale just $34.99 each. Save on lighting and everything else for your home now during Menards Labor Day construction sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Our mountains challenge us, push us back, knock us down, tell us it can't be done. But then, one day you reach the summit, and you realize the harder the climb, the better the reward. Coors Light, whatever your mountain, climb on.
During Nissan's Bottom Line Summer event, we've been racking up the awards, and now you can rack up the savings with Holiday Bonus Cash on top of existing offers. Hurry, Bonus Cash ends soon. Get up to $1,000 Holiday Bonus Cash.
I'm Anthony Rizzo, and you're watching the Home for Cubs Baseball, CSN Chicago, presented by State Farm.
Cubs have the bases loaded with nobody out. Here's the pitch. Cubs win! Cubs win! Miguel Montero will be mobbed.
Here they go.
Late game dramatics between the Cubs and Pirates. Welcome to Sportsnet Central, presented by CLR. I'm Kip Lewis. James Shields was strong, but the Sox suffer another late loss. Lovie Smith is eager to hit the sidelines with the Illini, and the Bears try to shrug off their poor preseason. Sportsnet Central starts right now.
You're connected to Sportsnet Central, presented by CLR.
Well, the Cubs are simply running away from their NL Central competition. The Northsiders hosting a Pirates team that was trailing them by 14.5 games. Jake Arrieta on the mound looking to extend that margin in this one. Cubs come home from their West Coast trip to face the Pirates team, currently on an 8-game road winning streak, though. Cubs up 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Jake Arrieta up to bat against Stephen Brault. He already singled off the rookie back in the second, and Arrieta would stretch out another at-bat. After running the count full, Arrieta would foul off 8 straight pitches. On the 14th pitch of the at-bat, Brault would get Arrieta swinging on the slider. Bizarre play, though, in the 5th with a man on third. Francisco Cervelli grounds back to Arrieta. He throws to third, gets Starling Marte into a pickle. Javi Baez throws to Wilson Contreras, who chases Marte back to the bag, but drops the ball on the tag. Baez picks up the ball, throws home. Arrieta tags Marte out in front of the plate. That's a 1-5-2-6-1 out. Cubs still lead 3-1, but Cubs ran into some trouble in the 6th. 2 on. Gregory Polanco takes the high outside fastball. 3-run blast. That's the 11,000th home run in Pirates franchise history. They take a 4-3 lead. Bottom of the 8th, Cubs down 6-3 after a Jason Hayward double. Contreras comes to the plate, lifts one to deep center. It is gone, and it's his 9th homer of the season. Within just 1 run, the Cubs fans fired up. Bottom of the 9th, base is empty. Jorge Soler to play hero.
Deep drive, right center. Way back. We are tied. Oh, baby.
His 10th homer of the season sends us to extras at Wrigley, and this baby went for a while. Bottom of the 10th, Anthony Rizzo up with the bases loaded and 1 out. He's going to hit a chopper to first. Sean Rodriguez steps on the bag, fires home. Baez slides in head first and is called out at the plate. But wait, we're going to have a review because Rodriguez stepped on first. There's no longer a force at home, and tag must be made. Baez can't touch home fast enough. The call still stands. He's out. We play on, and a young Cubs fans, oh, he's like, I got to go to bed. This is ridiculous. Top of 11th, Pirates with runners on the corners. Jeff Locke hits the ball back up the middle, but it hits runner Josh Harrison on the foot. He's ruled out on the interference call. The Cubs survive another scare. Bottom 12, bases empty with one out. Baez hits a line drive into the right center field gap. He hustles all the way to third for his first career triple. He had a 4-hit game. Cubs have a man in scoring position. Next up, going to be Addison Russell. He skies the pitch deep into left field. Baez going to tag up at third. Got to get home, right? Makes a break for home for the game-winning run, but the left fielder Marte fires it in for the double play at the plate. Catcher Francisco Cervelli did a great job blocking Baez from sliding in safely. Shortstop can't catch a break. Bottom of the 13th, Cubs down 7-6. Rizzo with runners on the corners comes through in the clutch with a single back up the middle. Dexter Fowler scores. We're tied at 7. 2 batters later, Miguel Montero pinch hitting.
Here's the pitch. Cubs win. Cubs win. Miguel Montero will be mobbed. Here they go.
Montero gets the good old powder bath as he finishes a 13-inning thriller in walk-off fashion. Cubs win 8-7. So with a win, the Cubs' magic number is now 19 to clinch the Central Division. After the game, Joe Madden proud of his club.
We got in late last night. We got in. I got back to the room about 3 a.m. So these guys, they're coming off the West Coast, the East Coast. They're the Central Time Zone. They're tired. We had to show up today early for a picture, which just that happens sometimes. And they came out and played till midnight. So, I mean, of course, you want to win that game. That's a tough game to lose. But understand the effort that you saw tonight based on a lot of fatigue. And that's probably what I'm most proud of.
I saw John Lester come up, throw his arm around you, walking off the field. What was he saying to you there as you guys picked this one up, first one against the Pirates tonight?
Just keep going. That's the way this game is. Yesterday wasn't my day. I looked at the clock. It was 12, so I was like, oh, it's a new day. Get a knock there. So it's funny how this game works.
More on the Cubs later in the show. We'll hear from President of Baseball Operations Theo Epstein on some of the issues facing his front-running team as they get ready for October baseball. Well, the James Shields project hasn't gone according to plan for the Sox since making his debut June 8th. The right-hander has just 3 wins after coming over in a trade from San Diego. Overall, he was 5-16 on the season, entering Monday's start in Detroit. The Southsiders kicking off a 7-game, 2-city road trip at Comerica Park. Home half of the third, Detroit threatening the dangerous Miguel Cabrera with the RBI chance. He comes up clutch, as he usually does. Takes Shields into left field. Eric Ibar scores the game's first run. Tigers lead it 1-0. But the Sox would draw even the next half inning. Bases loaded, 2 down for Tyler Saladino. Facing starter Matt Boyd, Saladino smokes one back up the middle. A pair of runs come home to score. The Sox take a 2-1 lead. Moving along to the 7th, now a 2-2 game. Saladino played the hero again. He turns on a high Alex Wilson fastball. That one clears the wall in left center there. Saladino's 8th of the season caps off a 3 RBI night for him. Sox lead 3-2. Bottom of the 8th, Nate Jones out of the pen to hold down the 1-run lead. Jared Saltalamacchia up with a man on, crushes a 97-mile-per-hour heater, way gone to the seats. Detroit up on top 4-3. Final chance for the Sox in the 9th. Francisco Rodriguez looking for the save. 2 outs for Melky Cabrera. Belts a breaking ball to right center. It's going, and it's not out of the park. Cabrera flies out deep to the warning track. The ball game is over. A bullpen collapse spoils a quality start for Shields as the Sox fall in the series opener 4-3. Well, Berwyn native and White Sox fan Isaiah Wright entered this world fighting the odds. Just 14 years old, Isaiah has already undergone more than 50 surgeries due to a rare birth defect. Isaiah and his family know how precious life can be, and they recently made a visit to the South Side. Sierra Santos has the story.
Isaiah is a miracle baby.
Born with his internal organs outside of his tiny 4-pound body, Isaiah was confined to a hospital for the first 2 years of his life, undergoing multiple organ transplants.
Isaiah, he's always been a fighter. As a newborn, the way he was born, he always was a fighter. And he fought to be here today.
Now 14 years old, Isaiah loves Super Mario and the White Sox.
Who is your favorite baseball team?
He's a happy boy. Isaiah is an amazing, amazing kid to have. We got blessed. He's one of a kind. We're blessed because he's like an angel. He's like an angel.
Earlier this year, Isaiah and his family encountered another hurdle.
5 months ago, she was complaining about a pain in his stomach. So she took him to the hospital, and the doctors discovered that he had cancer, tumors in his stomach.
After a lifetime in and out of hospitals, doctors exhausted all treatment options. With Isaiah's time running out, his family opted to let him enjoy his final days on his own terms.
The reason he came out of the hospital was because the hospital told us that Isaiah didn't have long. They didn't say an amount of time because they couldn't say, but because Isaiah was getting depressed and crying, he wanted to come home. And my daughter made the decision of bringing him home because she didn't want to lose him when he was in the hospital.
It's the worst thing you can ever be told in your entire life. I mean, your kids are supposed to bury you. You're not supposed to bury your kids.
Isaiah's family recently visited U.S. Cellular Field as guests of the White Sox. The team made VIP arrangements, treating him to a private behind-closed-doors meeting with his favorite player, Jose Abreu.
How does it feel to be out here with all your family today?
It's good.
It's good. Are you happy today?
Yeah.
He was very happy, very excited. I mean, you couldn't ask for much more.
This is an amazing day. This is the day to always remember.
Isaiah emerged from his one-on-one meeting with Abreu, donning a pair of personally signed batting gloves, an autographed bat, and an ear-to-ear smile.
He came out, he still got his gloves on right now. He's happy.
He's excited. He gave me a smile that I haven't seen in a long time. He's a fighter. He's happy, and it makes me happy to see him happy. We're not ready to lose him. He's with us now, and we're blessed because of it.
There's a GoFundMe page that was created to help support Isaiah and his family. Prayers for Isaiah is the headline for that page. Of course, everyone here at Comcast Sportsnet wishes Isaiah and his family the very best as he continues his battle.
That was probably as rough a first half as I've watched.
The Bears put in an unforgettable performance against the Chiefs this past weekend. So do you buy that this team will be okay? David Haugh fills us in. Lovie Smith has years of experience on the sidelines, but this weekend's Illini opener has him especially eager to coach. Plus,
well, that was Jimmy's playlist. I'm taking the playlist back from, I'm taking the speakers back from. No more music.
Carmelo Anthony was not a fan of Jimmy Butler for singing on Team USA's flights during the Olympics. Well, Jimmy is back at it again. That's coming up on Sportsnet Central.
This rusty mess isn't going anywhere. Don't trust it to just any cleaner. Trust CLR. CLR makes quick work of the toughest jobs, dissolving crusty white buildup so your shower runs like new. CLR cuts through hard water buildup and helps keep your washer running clean. CLR also earned the EPA's Safer Choice seal, so it's safer for your family. Trust the power of the CLR family and trust your clean to CLR. CLR is available at these fine retailers.
The best things in life are free.
Choose excitement. Choose action. Choose
Choose Hollywood Casinos and you've already won. 2 Chicagoland locations with more of the games you want, more of the generous rewards you deserve, and celebrations that shine all night. That's the kind of star power that can take you places. Hollywood Casino, Aurora, and Joliet. There's no place like Hollywood.
It's Al Pavani Ford's Blowout Extravaganza. Right now, you can buy a Ford Focus for $100 down and only $169 a month. Or get 0% financing for 72 months, plus get up to $2,750 back.
That was it, $100 down.
I paid $100 down and only $169 a month.
Get the car you want with over 1,000 cars to choose from and the lowest prices of the year. The Blowout Extravaganza event.
Going on now at the original Al Pavani Ford Melrose Park, 25th and North Avenue.
Saturday on CSN Plus. Tension fills the air and revenge fuels your fire. Watch the men in red go for 3 points and seize the season series. Fire. Philadelphia Union. Saturday at 7 on CSN Plus.
Tomorrow, the playoff push is on as the Cubs and Bucks meet one final time at Wrigley. Don't miss this must-see, can't-miss Central Division matchup. Cubs versus Pirates, starting tomorrow at 7 on CSN Chicago.
You know, I don't think we played as a group very well. I don't think we executed very well. I think that was evident. It was very disappointing. You know, especially that first half. That was probably as rough a first half as I've watched.
Well, the Bears' unofficial dress rehearsal Saturday against the Chiefs was a complete failure. There were few positives after the starters played significant minutes for the first time. Reporters at Hallis Hall have already begun trying to gently word their questions about the Bears' struggles.
Are you asking how we stunk it up a couple times?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Basically, like I say, we're feeling around a little bit here and there. But for the most part, I mean, everything, we just can't beat ourselves. Sum it all up. We just can't beat ourselves. We cannot do that. If we intend on going anywhere here in Chicago, we can't do it by beating ourselves.
I'm more concerned about, you know, how we adjust and you know, how we're going to bounce back from that. You know, it's preseason, you know, I know all that, but collectively I want to see us play a little bit better, man, and put together a great start and a great finish at the same time.
It's time to play Buy or Sell Bears style with the Tribune's David Hott. David, on the heels of Saturday's second underwhelming performance of this preseason, the talent level on this roster is still better than the roster Fox and Pace inherited from Trestman and Emery. You buying or selling that?
I'm selling that. I don't buy that. I think that maybe depth eventually will be the case, but I don't know right now if you can say that. They got rid of playmakers, Brandon Marshall, Martellus Bennett, Matt Forte, all understandable reasons, but they don't have the explosiveness that they inherited, and I think that they're trying to build a team for depth and a lot of character concerns and cause those other guys to leave town, so I don't know that I would buy that at all. I think that right now the Bears have a talent deficit.
So the Bears' struggles offensively, are they more talent-driven than they are offensive coordinator Dowell Loggins-driven? Buying or selling that?
I'm buying that, and I'm saying both. I think that they have a talent problem because they have depth issues on the offensive line. They don't have a playmaker to speak of. Their best player is probably the most stable player is their quarterback, and Jay Cutler, and that's never been the case. Alshon Jeffrey could be that guy if he stays on the field. Too many ifs to say that they have the talent to carry them, but I think the concern is just as big with Dowell Loggins. I don't know that he has proven much to me or to other people to deserve the job that he has necessarily. Adam Gase is going to be the biggest loss of last offseason for the Bears because of what he did in controlling Jay Cutler, commanding the game plan, and it's harder than it looks to call plays on a Sunday.
On the heels of arguably his worst kicking year in the NFL, Robbie Gould missed a 48-yarder Saturday. But one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history will bounce back with a great 2016. Buying or selling?
I'll buy that. Robbie knows what happened last year and what he didn't do, and when he needed to come through for the Bears, he did not, and it cost them. I think that he's a guy that's highly motivated. He is a veteran. I think he keeps in very good shape. I think kickers can age gracefully, and he's going to be an example of one that does. So I think of all the guys you look at, you start to take for granted, and there's not much to take for granted on this Bears roster. I think that Robbie Gould will be a guy that bounces back in 2016.
When Connor Shaw sustained a season-ending injury Saturday, the Bears lost the quarterback who should have been Jay Cutler's backup this season. Buy or sell?
I'll buy that. Have you seen Brian Hoyer play? I mean, I have a lot of respect for how tough of a guy Brian Hoyer can be and the intelligence he brings in the quarterback room, but he did not show anything in 3 preseason games, and he has not been impressive at all. No matter he's running a new offense or whatever, he just does not have that look. Connor Shaw, on the other hand, did. He had himself a very fine preseason before a gruesome injury on Saturday. He sort of has that confidence. He has the it factor, and I think that's reflected in the fact the Bears want to bring him back and carry him through this rehab.
We're always buying the Tribune for David Haas in the wake of the news. Thanks, David.
All right, thanks, guys. The Lovie Smith era officially begins Saturday in Champaign. Illini will host Murray State. The season opener will be just the first step for the former Bears coach as he begins the rebuilding process at Illinois. New systems on both offense and defense will highlight the many changes that Smith has implemented. Lovie says he's looking forward to the season as he says it's like starting all over again.
Butterflies, excitement, anticipation for that week. And there's nothing like it. Each one is different. But for me, coming back now, you know, I haven't had, it's been a long time since I kind of walked in the stadium and as a band playing. You know, it's cheerleaders, just excitement of young people around. So, yeah, there's a lot of excitement, to put it mildly.
It's humbling for me to see that Pat has paid such a tribute to Randy and does it every day. And, you know, he didn't have to do that. Because he is, I mean, it's definitely his program now, and it's his team. And so he, you know, it's wonderful that he's done that.
A decade ago, Northwestern tragically lost football coach Randy Walker. Now, 10 years later, Pat Fitzgerald uses principles from his mentor to carry on his legacy every day. A walk to remember Wednesday on Sportsnet Central after Cubs coverage. Javi Baez was thrown out not once but twice, and still the relentless Cubs were able to overcome and win. When we come back, Theo Epstein states to us the big plans he has for this team. And as we take another time out, here is our Great Clips clip of the week. It comes from the Columbine High School soccer team in Colorado. Columbine's Dylan Pritchett Etner in a race with a keeper who falls down. He flips up and over, sticks the landing, and then scores easily. Sadly, the goal would not count as the referees ruled him offside, but great video nonetheless. We'll be right back.
Recent medical studies have shown that the use of talcum powder can cause ovarian cancer. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with ovarian cancer after using talcum powder, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Call right now to determine if you may qualify. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-661-5102. That's 1-800-661-5102.
Go inside the lives of Chicago's biggest sports stars, only on Inside Look, presented by Cadillac. Your questions answered.
In this business, you want to compete for championships.
Idols revisited.
They've supported this organization for so many years.
And the stories behind the headlines revealed.
It's a special journey, and it's a great story.
Catch a new interview every month with Inside Look on Comcast Sportsnet. Visit csnchicago.com for listings.
There was only one goal in mind when Theo Epstein and Jed Hoyer came to the north side. Before Monday's game, Theo reiterated that to our Kelly Kroll.
The Cubs prepare to enter the final month of the regular season with the best record in baseball, 2 MVP candidates, and a magic number of 19, allowing minds to focus on rest while the eyes stay focused on hardware.
The goal is to win a World Series, and you know, as an organization, you put yourself in a position to do it. You want to do it, and so that's the ultimate barometer of whether it's a successful season or not. But for the 29 teams that don't, it doesn't eliminate all the accomplishments and all the progress and everything else that happens. So it depends if you're a glass half full or glass half empty guy. But realistically, you know, you don't back away from that to say, you know, yeah, we're happy if we don't win the World Series. You can't back away from it. As Lackey would say, that's that's the big boy prize, and that's why we're all here.
The Cubs will enter September with a double-digit lead in the division, but there will be no letting off the gas as Theo, John Lester, and John Lackey experienced firsthand just how quickly a large lead can evaporate. All of them part of the 2011 Red Sox team that became the first in Major League Baseball history to have a 9-game lead in September and fail to make the playoffs.
Once you go through a year in which you have a double-digit lead right before Labor Day and screw it up, and you don't even get into October, you don't take anything for granted. So I guess that's the only good thing to come out of September 2011 for me is I'll never look too far ahead and never take anything for granted.
One guy who hasn't been able to take anything for granted this season, $184 million free agent signee Jason Heyward, who has emerged from his season-long slump. Heyward riding an 8-game streak ever since Madden gave him a 3-game series off.
Sometimes it takes something dramatic like 3 games off in a row or the All-Star break to have that opportunity, and he looks different. He looks a little bit more confident in the box, more on time. But the work is nothing new. He's been working his tail off all year, and you know, for players struggled as he has, he's earned the respect to everyone in that clubhouse through his hard work and his team-first attitude and not backing down from the challenge.
Reinforcements are on the way as the roster expands, and some of the key arms will be back in the mix soon too. Madden says Lackey, Strop, and Rondon are all progressing and expected to return within their scheduled windows. Covering the Cubs here at Wrigley Field, I'm Kelly Kroll for Comcast Sportsnet.
Thanks, Kelly. Plays of the day presented by Lexus. We start with some NFL training camp action. Raiders quarterbacks hard at work. Derek Carr one-handed behind the back pass. Former Michigan State Spartan Connor Cook makes the one-handed snag. Is that a better throw or better catch? Nice job by those guys. How about White Sox and Tigers for number 2? Miguel Cabrera bidding for an RBI hit, but Melky Cabrera makes the tumbling shoestring grab in left. That certainly saved a run. Cabrera can't believe it. Tigers come back and win, though, 4-3. Cubs and Pirates for our top plays. Going to be Dexter Fowler lining one to shallow center. Check out Josh Harrison laying out for the spectacular grab. But the Cubs come back to win 7-6. Well, if you didn't know, Jimmy Butler is a big country music fan. The Bulls star recently even shared his vocal skills. Butler was hanging out with Celtics first-round pick Jaylen Brown, who was stunned with Butler's diverse knowledge of music lyrics. Take a listen.
And I've been sitting pretty good high on a hill. Looking at a field downwind. If I can make a nickel, I'm getting ready to river pain. Love it every day. September 9th. September 9th. September 9th. Denver, Colorado.
That's it for this edition of the show. Thanks for joining us for Sportsnet Central presented by CLR. For all of us here, I'm Kip Lewis. Have a great day.
With a title